Welcome back, travelers. As always, we're the Improfessionals here to immortalize these stories and characters and hopefully entertain along the way. I'm Joseph, the DM for this campaign, Conflicts of Interest, and we are continuing today, unfortunately without Kavan's character. Kavan is here. Say hello, Kavan.
I'm trapped in the afterlife.
He is here. I will say, we've already been working on his next character. Probably won't see him this time, but hopefully soon. But let's get into what happened last session. Last session, after Kabal arrived the session previous, the party found themselves face to face with something they knew they couldn't beat. They tried to convince Kabal, successfully so, to back off and come back another time, swearing to Kabal Rahtnuk that they would beat him. In 2 months' time, they would kill him. Kabal agreed, but not without putting a little more motivation in the front of the Rogue Royals, as he struck down their close ally, Perrin. The party mourned, argued, cried a lot. And they made their way into the Barbarian Lands in which they were where they were traveling previously. Rogue Royals, or what's left of them. Night has befallen you, and you guys, still within the Barbarian Lands, have to set up some sort of camp. Now, I'm gonna ask Nura, because he's the one who managed to pull this off. Nura, your Scorpion, who I think you said you have a name for.
Oh yeah, Durango.
Yes. Well, Durango, who you named while traveling on his back, Durango doesn't really like you guys. I mean, he's sticking around because he doesn't want to die, but it's going to be nighttime. He's not going to attack you, I can promise you that, but he might try to leave. What exactly is your plan on keeping the giant Scorpion around?
How close are we to the city now?
You're not exactly close. You're not, like, super far or anything, but I'd say you're, like, you've just kind of passed, like, the first bit of, like, the mountain, those, not mountains, but those plateaus, the plateaus to the, your east, but the west.
You know what? I'm gonna let it go.
So, you look at Durango. What do you say to Durango?
I look at Durango, and I just say, "You're free to go." As I point out to the desert from where we traveled from.
I'm gonna have him make a wisdom check. A -1. It's going to start going that way. Maybe,
Bye.
maybe thinking that you're requesting it finds something. But once it's far enough away, it kind of looks around and then digs itself into the sand, and you never see it ever again.
As it should be.
But Durango.
After that, I look at the party. Alright, now, out here it might not be such a good idea to build a fire. Which means, Shaman, you're the one here with dark vision, you're taking first watch.
I can do that.
Carmen, stay up with her.
I want to talk to John for a moment, if that's okay.
I mean, yeah.
Like, she's requesting to go on watch with him.
You know what, sure.
Isn't it gonna get pretty cold here tonight?
Yeah, but fire will attract people, and I'm naturally heated, so I won't have any issues, but you guys might.
Well, I guess we'll be fine. Okay. Okay, well, Shaman, go ahead and roll perception.
Please have a high perception. Alright, what is my perception anyway?
Actually, before we continue with Shaman's perception, I would like to explain how Nura went to sleep.
Sure.
19.
Okay.
But also, you have to do that.
Okay, so 19. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, Nura, how do you fall asleep?
So Nura knows that sand retains heat, especially in a desert during the night, and it's why creatures will dig into the sand to keep warmth at night. But what Nura does is he kind of moves away a top layer of sand and then kind of covers his legs and the parts of his body with the sand to keep some of that warmth as he falls asleep.
Do you want me to heat up the sand? Like,
No, because then it'll turn to glass.
not that hot.
That's the only hot you know.
No.
Okay.
No, but that's how he does it. Just an interesting survival fact.
No, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Tarman is just really, really bundled up. Okay, so Shaman, with a 19, you're good, I think. With a natural 20 on John's end, however.
Jesus.
John is going to, while you guys are kind of sitting out in the shadow, just kind of like looking around, John is gonna call over, Shaman, get over here.
Well, what? If she comes over?
Quiet, get down. As you see it, with your 19, you see it like the moment he calls you over. And he points and you see what looked to be a good bit in the distance, maybe 120, 150 feet. Looks like two dogs. They're reasonably large. They're definitely not small puppos.
You think they're wolves of some sort?
I don't know. I can't see them that well from this distance. How far does your dark vision reach, Shaman? I think it's like 120 feet, isn't it?
How can I check? Oh, 120 feet.
Yeah. Shaman, as you're examining them, these aren't dogs or wolves. They appear to be kind of mangy. They almost look hyena-esque in a way, but they're definitely some sort of canine. But for both of the two you see that they have two heads.
Oh!
Yeah.
Can I roll to see if I know what the fuck this is?
Yeah, sure. They wouldn't be super common where you're from. But go ahead and roll.
What do I roll? History?
Yeah, roll history or nature works too.
That's 20.
Oh, fuck. That's two natural 20s. Shaman, you remember these creatures getting into your Underdark city at one point. It didn't take long for things to go horribly awry. They immediately began to maul civilians, guards, and even after things were over, many people who were attacked got weaker and weaker over time. Medicine wasn't really helping much. You know that your family had some of the higher up guards who had been injured during the process. They had magic cast on them that seemed to help them, but the civilians and the lower guards who were attacked, over the course of a few days to a few weeks, just got weaker and weaker until eventually they passed away from the
What
bite.
are they called?
You heard one of the civilians who, he was more new to the city, but he was, a proud worshipper of Lolth. He referred to these as death dogs.
I think I've heard of what they're called. I think it's a death dog. Have you ever heard of that?
Let's see, John was trained by monster hunters, so I'll give him...
I know for a fact that they leave some sort of poison.
Oh my god, hang on, sorry. That's a natural 20. As John
Oh my god!
That's the third one, Jesus. John looks over at Shaman. Death dogs.
Death dog.
So they have two heads?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. If we get bit by those things out here, I don't think there's anyone out here who's going to be able to heal us. And those things can really mess you up.
I know.
Their teeth basically... It's not a poison, it's a curse.
So we should probably just lay low and keep an eye on them, maybe?
Okay, but... So, just stay quiet, I guess.
I can do that. Or do you think I should send like a fireball towards them and
No.
maybe
No.
attack them?
No, because if you do anything, they'll probably spot us.
That is true. Mm.
For now,
All right.
just try and keep things hidden.
Hey, John, do you have any kind of magic?
Yeah, but mine is more for fighting, and right now, I think that is a bad idea.
Do you have any stealth magic?
No, Shaman, I don't.
Oh, we really needed Peregrine right now, but okay. I guess we just wait here.
Shaman, roll stealth.
13. That's not good.
So you're doing your best to keep hidden, but one of the 4 heads on the 2 wolves that you're seeing, or 2 death dogs, starts to sniff the air, and it makes you can't hear the noise, but you hear kind of like almost it's hard to describe, more like almost like a cackling, gravelly kind of like buzzing noise.
Oh
That
no.
one makes to the other, and they both kind of look in that direction as they both sniff the air and start to make their way over.
God, they smell us. Okay, I'm gonna go wake everybody up.
As she goes over to Tarman and shakes him.
Tarman.
Make sure they're quiet.
Tarman,
What?
shut up. Stay quiet. I need to wake everybody up. There are death dogs coming over to us. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Very quiet. As John will very, very gently kind of, tap Nura. Nura.
Nura just grabs his finger with his hand as his eyes open.
We've got a problem. Very dangerous 2-headed dogs. 2 of them. Not far by. It is probably not a good idea to fight them right now. We need to move.
It's Tarman's gonna get out of his sleeping role and sneak.
Okay, roll stealth.
18.
Damn, you have a high skill.
11.
Oh boy.
Wait. What kind of class are you?
He's a
Jay?
barbarian. He's a rogue.
I'm a rogue.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Maddie, we have fucking 30-something episodes
God.
into this. Okay, everyone's is a little better, so that's... But, except for Nura's.
Nura, you're too fat. You're showing off.
Okay, so, as you guys begin to move, try your best to stay silent. They don't seem to see you guys, John, Tarman, Jamin. However, as Nura's trying to sneak his way, well, let's all be reasonable. Nura's a fucking huge dude. I mean,
Yes.
not in no way is that insulting. His arms are the size of John's upper torso. Like, Nura, as you're sticking, you look into the darkness and you see, 4 sets of eyes, and you just see them begin to rapidly move in your direction.
Oh no.
Let's see. I would like to roll survival.
Okay, what are you trying to do here?
Rolling survival to know if there is any things that specifically scare this dog as far as wild creatures go. Like kind of same thing with bears. If I get bigger than it and I make a loud noise, if I can scare it. 23.
Okay, 23. Let me... You don't know in particular what these things might be scared of, but you know that dogs in general are very, very, easily startled by very loud noise.
Oh my god, I know how to do this.
However, Nura, you're a smart enough guy. I will tell you, a loud noise might scare them off, but it could also potentially attract other threats to you.
This is very true.
Is it worth trying to scare them off, and then beelining it for as far away as possible and risk other bigger, possibly more dangerous creatures showing up, Or you have been told by John, and Shaman seems to feel the same way, that these things are not something you want to fight. So is it worth just trying to fight these things, or get away from these things as fast as possible and risk something else showing up?
Okay, so I either fight this thing, and there's a decent chance that it's not going to end well, or I scare it and gain the risk of attracting something worse.
A risk is not 100%. So
Well, there's also the possibility that that they don't get scared off, and then you've attracted other things plus these, which is a possibility.
but what if the death dogs just fight whatever the fuck comes by?
Right now, they're targeting Nura. So.
Great. And there's no chance of me rolling stealth again, is there?
No, no. I'm sorry. They see you.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna have to go the scare tactic route, guys.
Yeah, I mean, nothing much more you can do, and these things don't seem like something you want. So what are you doing?
Well, I make sure to definitely stand as tall as I can as I see this thing approach.
There are two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 death dogs, so 4 heads, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Okay.
David's just like,
Probably
this is immediately scarier.
Okay, in that case, as these dogs are rushing, they suddenly see that this thing that they were dashing towards begins to fucking glow.
Okay.
As Nura will use his rage and summon a storm cloud above him, as he's going to let out a massive freaking yell as all they see is a tall, glowing, yelling thing, and lightning is shooting from it from above.
Okay, so Nura, you stand up from your crouched position. These things are still approaching at the moment, but you stand up as tall as you can, and you're pretty fucking tall. You stand, your tattoos begin to glow, the storm forms, lightning begins to shoot down with a really loud burst of light, just boom, 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 and you scream at the top of your lungs. Thanks to the training that you were given by Bernardus, you will be making this intimidation check with advantage.
I know, I fucking love that. Okay!
Okay, so that's a 9. Ooh,
25!
20
What's funnier than 25? Nothing.
25, so as you scream, lightning just blasting down, you can see both of these things. They do look threatening, even to you, but they stop, and they see all the lightning, and they see the power surging off. They live in these lands, so maybe they've seen a few things. They're covered in scars and scratches, so they've definitely encountered more than one thing in there. However long these creatures live, they kind of look at each other, they look back at you, they decide that whatever that is not worth it, and they begin to run in the other direction. Now I get to roll this.
Oh, goody.
Let's see.
I always wanted you to roll that. I said
I always wanted you to roll that. Okay, let's see. So with that natural 20 on perception earlier, as the lightning is flashing, John just kind of looking out into the distance. Guys, we gotta move now. Pretty sure there's
Nura starts moving. He turns off his glow effect and runs.
And to everyone, you all kind of looked in the direction John was looking, and you just saw, like, kind of past the hills, you just saw an ogre just turn, hearing this lightning, and just start approaching, just big, heavy. So, Nura does pass all of you in the darkness. Just try to keep yourselves hidden. Luckily, this thing does not see any of you.
Oh, fuck.
It did roll a natural 20.
Oh.
It rolled a natural 20 for perception is what I mean. So does it see everyone else?
I mean, I've technically made the most attention to myself, so.
Yeah, but it... Okay, I'm gonna... Shaman, Tarman, re-roll your stealth, and I will have John do the same. Give you guys a chance to not be seen here.
18 again.
So, with that, it does not see Tarman. John and Shaman, it does seem to notice you guys. It is mainly focusing on Nura, though. So, Shaman, what do you want to do to maybe either get out of this thing's way or maybe help Nura? It's up to you.
Run.
I'm gonna blast some fire between Nura and the ogre.
No!
Okay, well,
So, why not?
Because now you're attracting it to you!
well,
Oops.
well, go ahead and use a key point for burning hands, and I will have it make the dex save. Well, it'll take half damage, but go ahead and roll the burning hands. 8 damage to the ogre.
Yeah, bitch.
To the ogre. It's not the. I'm sorry. It's not the Shrek ogre. It's much bigger than the Shrek ogre.
Oh, I was thinking Shrek ogre.
No,
what is?
no, big motherfucker. So Shaman and anyone else who would like to partake, roll initiative.
Yep, I'll roll.
John is definitely rolling.
Accurate.
Yeah, Shaman looking at Shaman looking at the death dogs. John, talk to them. They're your people. Okay, Tarman, it's your turn. It is burnt. You are stealth. It doesn't see you, but this ogre is thoroughly pissed.
Well, I'm gonna fire, and I have advantage. 28.
That definitely fucking hits.
25 damage to the ogre.
Okay,
As I just blast him in his chest.
Yeah, so you kind of smoothly out of the dart, just bam, bam, as these 2 bullets just teach into its chest. Kind of caught off guard because it didn't know there were more people here.
I will do one more one more shot before I go back into stealth. 23.
That hits.
17 damage as I fire him in his chest once more.
Fire, and you hit.
And I'm going back into stealth.
Okay, roll stealth.
Going hidden.
Go.
27.
Fucking beautiful. God, I love rogues. So you just slide out of the darkness, fucking cape flowing, bam, bam, and then immediately back in the dark. It doesn't even fully register what just happened. The fucking flash. It saw a figure, 2 flashing lights, and then the figure was gone. Alright, that brings us to Nura. Nura, there's a big boy.
Yeah. I know exactly what I'm gonna do to it.
I'm gonna fuck your face. Up.
In the face.
It's my face.
Just headbutt the fuck out.
No. I actually would like to roll athletics, though.
Okay. What for?
I'm jumping on its neck.
Oh, well, you would have to get behind it to do that without it punching you.
But didn't it like turn its
Turn
attention
to look
Maddie?
at.
Shaman cut it off from you, which means it's still facing Shaman and you. You're still there. You're just past it.
All right, then. Can I do something to get around it?
Yeah, you can use your movement to get around it.
Well, I'm gonna use my movement to get around it.
Okay, so let's hang on. Roll athletics.
30.
God damn. Okay, I'm gonna let it roll as well.
And
see if it.
can that athletics have counted as a bonus action or?
Yeah, that's no problem. It's gonna roll strength as well. See if it can't keep you. Nope, it did not get high enough. So you run around while it's too busy focusing on trying to figure out what shot it. You just jump onto its back. It just yells. What are you doing?
Ah, good. Take out a flask. Pop it. I pour oil on his head.
Oh, okay.
Especially in his face, like I'm trying to splash it on him.
Okay, are you cool with this taking your action to do?
Yeah, no,
Okay, so
because I'm going to use my secondary action.
Yeah, it takes your first action. You just open this bottle while holding on to it, just pouring oil all over its fucking face. And your second action?
Yeah, While jumping off of it, I would like to use my flint and steel to ignite its face.
Okay.
I don't know what I need to roll for that.
A dex save.
Dex save. Completely understandable.
Yeah.
19!
Okay, you'll only take half of the damage here. It's not going to be too much anyways.
Epic.
So you take 4 damage.
Epic.
4 damage. As, you just light it and try to jump back. Some of the fire does catch you, but just this burst of flame as its head catches on fire. It just starts trying to slap it out. John is going to take this opportunity.
No, I'm signaling to the party. We need to run, now, while its face is on fire. Blinded, let's run.
Oh, okay. Well, John will disengage. John will disengage and he'll run over to Shaman. Ready to fucking run off with her. It is its turn, though. So it's gonna try to put the fire out. We'll see how this goes.
Like I said, either way, it suddenly caught fire. I feel like his vision anyway would be like if he rolled perception again, he'd have to do it with disadvantage.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna see if he can successfully put the fire out. He's not very smart. So.
He's like, maybe if I slap my ass.
If I slap my ass, it'll the fire will get uncomfortable and leave.
Wait, if he rolls a 1, can that happen?
No. If he rolls a 1, he did not roll a 1, but he did not. He rolled just a little too low to get the fire completely out. So he's gonna try and blind swing. Just kind of flail this fucking weapon.
That's not gonna work.
Okay, yep, that's a miss. Second. Okay, that is gonna hit somebody. You are behind it, Nura. So it's kind of just swinging right out in front of it. It would hit Shaman, but John will take the hit.
Ah, good boy.
So,
Wait, what happened?
Oh, so Nura successfully lit this thing's fucking head on fire. It's trying to put the fire out, but it's just not very smart. So it's not really doing a very good job of that. I'm also gonna since it's on fire, it's gonna take a bit more damage from just being on fire.
Yay.
But it just started blindly flailing its weapon. It almost hits you, Shaman, but John kind of pushes you out of the way and takes it on the chin, just stumbling back, shaking his head. That will be the end of its turn. It is blinded, like Nura said. It can't really see right now. So
should we run?
Yeah. So do you want to disengage and get the fuck out of here? John is basically ready to move with you.
Yes.
Okay, so that will be them. Those two are kind of backing the fuck off. I gotta roll something here real quick. Okay. With it being Tarmin's turn, Tarmin, do you want to disengage? I mean, you're already stealth, but do you want to disengage and start making your way away?
Yeah, I would have loved to have this ogre mounted on my wall, but
oh yeah, sure. Carry the big ass fucking ogre through the barbarian. No,
I'm making it.
Tarmin, go right ahead. Don't get disengaged. Go get your trophy.
No. Tarmin, I need you to make a perception check.
Let's see. Can Tarmin finally pass the perception? Because these go so well for him. 25! That's actually pretty good.
Tarmin, as you're disengaging and you're kind of moving quietly, as this thing's just slapping at its head and flailing that weapon, you see you see the clouds. In the clouds, you just see the clouds kind of parting, and you just see this large silhouette, massive fucking silhouette in the sky, just slowly getting closer.
Okay, as Tarvin sees that, he just looks at the party. Go, hide, go.
Everyone is literally running. The ogre is going to try and put its face out real quick. Let's just see if it can put its face out. It cannot. It continues to slap at its face. The fire is just still burning it. It almost sounds like it's crying at this point.
Aw, fuck you.
However, as you guys are looking back at this ogre, you can't see anything. There's just darkness. But just because of the fire on its head, you see out of the shadows just this giant bird claw grab this ogre and just fly into the sky. And you just hear it go.
I like how it cuts out.
But you guys, you saw this claw bigger than the ogre. The claw of this bird alone was bigger than the ogre. Just grab it and start flying away with it.
It's a rock.
As John's just like staring up. That was a rock. That was a rock.
It's not just any
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
Shaman, you have never seen anything like that before, ever.
Meanwhile, you just hear in the distance.
What, a rock? Wait, was it just a rock?
Mag, do you know what a rock is?
Yes.
What is a rock?
A rock.
Oh, no.
Oh God, Maddie.
You just hear in the distance. Can you smell what the rock is going?
Okay, allow me to explain in the form of an image.
Oh,
And that's spelled R-O-C, rock.
What the fuck?
That's a rock. They're like one of the most dangerous predators in the fucking mortal realm. We should find somewhere that we can like stay very low, because if that thing comes back and is still hungry, we are not gonna win that fight.
No. Okay, let's look for some place to stay.
Alright, you see that sand dune over there?
Uh-huh.
Follow me.
Following.
Following
we're
her.
following Nura.
As Nura's going to instruct each of you to lay up against this dune, as Nura is going to take a tarp from the tent and throw it over all of them, as he's going to leave one side of the tent open as a pocket for air, and he's going to start using the sand from the dune to kind of cover the top layer of the tarp. So we can breathe and we'll be camouflaged.
John will say, me and Shaman can finish our watch and then we'll crawl our way in.
No more. Listen, if something is out there, chances are, if we're all together and hidden, it won't see us.
Are you sure that's a good idea? It's very clear that this place is a lot more dangerous. There's way more things out here.
All right.
So, Nura, Harmon, you guys rest. John and Shaman will keep the, like for the rest of the time, let you guys sleep. John is just kind of catching his breath after all of that. Okay, so.
That was a lot.
Yeah. That was, what, four different creatures, and we've been out here for technically 7 different creatures if you count the scorpions.
Yeah. Kinda scary, but whatever.
You wanted to keep watch with me. I don't think that's just because you wanted to spend more time with me, was it?
I want to spend time with you, but, well, I was a jerk yesterday. I don't know. I don't like how I acted. Nara doesn't deserve that. I guess it's just because I was upset. Peregrine, of course. I'm very upset about him, but also my brother said some really fucked up shit.
What did he say?
Well, I have a kingdom back at home, and I entrusted it to my friend because I trusted him the most. And Arthur told me he murdered all of them.
Murdered your friends?
All of them. And the people, a lot of the people at least, are locked away.
Why?
I don't know. He said that he wanted to save me from the world.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. He's messed up. I know something's going on. He told me, he said, did you know you had a niece? I didn't know that. And He seemed very distraught about it, and he almost choked me to death. But then he stopped.
So he says he's trying to save you, and then he starts choking you?
I don't know. I'm very confused. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I have to go help them. So am I just supposed to leave? What am I going to tell my dad?
Shaman, we'll help you.
I'm sorry, but this is all the way in Cressetia. I don't really think you guys want to...
Cressetia? Is that where you're from?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Well, look, Shaman, think about it. The Underdark is pretty vast here, beneath Iora, and the Drogshire are here. It's possible that the civilians that were taken are somewhere within the Underdark Iora.
Do you think so?
The Drogshire's not as big as they used to be. I don't think they would have the numbers to send soldiers here and then leave a bunch of prisoners with only a few people watching them. Somewhere within the Underdark, your civilians need your help, and we're gonna be there to help you.
And I wish Peregrine was there to help us.
He squeezes her hand. He will be.
He was the smartest one here. Being honest.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true.
We have Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest right now.
Hey, don't forget the guy who could barely tie his own shoes without having a panic attack.
I would say that you're probably the second smartest other than Peregrine, so you're our smartest bet right now.
Tarman's pretty smart, and Nura has ideas. I think we should call it for our watch. Wake those two.
Yeah. I'll go wake up Nura. She's gonna go shake Nura.
As John taps and shakes Tarman, whatever he does, just Tarman gets up, and the left side of his face is just sand.
Yep, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You sit up and your hair, of course the one side that your hair is still there is just sand.
As Tarman looks at John, how bad is it? As he tries to brush it off.
You could definitely set a fashion trend.
Damn.
Tell me about it. As Tarman goes to keep watch.
Shaman shakes Nura awake.
Nura wakes up.
She kind of just lays next to him and gives him a big hug.
Nura accepts the hug.
I accept your hug.
I know I said it yesterday, but I am sorry, okay?
It's alright.
I guess go take watch with Tarman.
Nura gets up and will kinda, sit next to the tent and try to get to the top of the dune and kinda keeps an eye on things.
Okay. With
Roll perception?
Yeah, I was gonna say with John and Shaman heading to sleep, Tarman,
Yeah.
Nura, roll perception.
10!
12!
Not good!
We're completely fucked, completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
So you guys are just sitting there, not like on the very top of the hill because that'd be risky. You're just kind of sitting along the edge of it on the side, still higher up, but as you're just sitting there, you're keeping watch. Nothing, for a good while, nothing. The wind just kind of blows you. Just a kind of a gust.
Oh yeah, wind, blow me.
Oh my god. But no, just this gust of wind from behind just kind of pushes you guys, and you're just like, oh man, got really windy. Nura, you realize that the wind has been blowing from the east the whole time, and that was not from the east.
I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna slowly turn my head to look behind me.
You look behind you, you don't see anything directly behind you, Nura, but as you kind of scan the sky, you just see the stars stars just slowly disappearing in this silhouette just going past them. Not towards you guys, it flew past, it's overhead, it's heading somewhere else, but...
It was the damn rock.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, hang on. As you guys are sitting there... Hang on. So, as you see it kind of passing by, Nura, you just, feel a bit of a cold chill, and then you hear... as you just see bones, just massive bones, hitting the hillsides. Just, as you see the fucking ogre skeleton pieces just...
That's terrifying.
And Tarman, when that happens, is the moment you realize that the rock just flew overhead.
As Tarman just stares at the bones, terrified but not showing any reaction other than a face that just just a weird face, like Nicolas Cage staring at Pedro Pascal.
But after a moment of nervousness, hoping that the rock doesn't decide to turn around and casually pick the ants out of the sand, you guys find a moment of reprieve.
Quite the eventful night.
Yeah, indeed.
Let's just not talk. Let's not risk this.
Nura, do you think people can deserve forgiveness for things that they didn't know that they'd done?
Would they need forgiveness if they didn't know done what they did?
I learned why my father abandoned me. When I was born, my mother died during childbirth.
Wait a second. Your dad blamed you for something that happened in childbirth. That's more fucked up than the time me and Peregrine snuck into an old folks retiring adventuring home. I was knee deep in some granny elf ussy.
You owe him. You have to honor the bet.
You know the code.
Alright, that actually broke me. As Tarman hears that, well, that needs to be a story for another time.
Yeah, probably. Listen. No, Tarman. There's no way you could have done anything to help her in the first place. If anything, your dad should have blamed the doctors. Or something like that. He chose to bring you into this world. I can't even see why you would blame yourself for something like that. It happens to 20% of most people.
It was just what he said her final words were. Please, I don't want to die like this.
Well, perhaps that meant she didn't want to die without getting to know you.
I don't know.
And you never will. However, you have to assume that she wanted to be a part of your life.
My father was the one to push her to have me. My mother didn't want me.
If anything, it's your father's fault. Tarman, there's death in this world that we can and cannot control when it happens. I'm very sorry that your mother died while giving birth to you. But you can't change that. And you didn't mean to do it. You had no consciousness of knowing what you were doing. Your parents made a conscious choice to do that. And they knew the risks involved. You can't let that hang over your head. There is nothing you could have done. Stop her from dying.
All I know is that the name that I did that was given to me in birth. That individual's dead. I am not Tobias Walker. I am not.
Your name was Tobias.
As Tarman hears that, he just stares at Nura for a second. I'm not Tobias. I am Tarman.
All right then. I'm glad we got that figured out.
Nura, Tarman, as you've had your conversation, the sun begins to rise over the Barbarian Lands. Normally, when you're out, in the wilds, camping, traveling, the rise of the sun always brings comfort. But seeing the Barbarian Lands, seeing the wastes, seeing the plateaus, an uneasiness fills you because you know that there's just as many threats in the day as there are in the night.
Tarman's gonna gather his stuff together. He's gonna go into the tarp tent and just tap on their faces.
No, wait, Tarman, wait, before you do that, I have an idea.
Oh no.
As Tarman just puts his hands up. After you.
Nura's gonna grab one side of the tent. And he's not gonna yell this for the desert to hear, but in a very almost panic toned voice, he's gonna shake the tent where it was full of sand and just go, "Oh no, the rock's back!"
Oh my god! I like how it just cut off Joseph at just because all I heard was
Shaman, you hear the same thing that Nura says, and John just starts losing his shit.
What did he say?
He was like, "Oh god, no, guys, the rock is back." John just wakes up, screaming.
Raven just jolts awake.
The what is back? The rock?
John just jumps. John jumps out of the tent, thinking that it's in the air, ready to try and tuck and roll, and he just face plants into the sand. Just.
I told you that'd be hilarious, Tarman.
Shaman looks over at Nura and does a little fire blast at him. That one that wouldn't hurt.
Just
but
right
kinda-
like a puff at his face. Just.
Yes.
As you scream, the rock is back.
and Tarman's laughing.
Okay.
You assholes.
Very
And she's
funny, you
puffs
guys.
in his face too.
John picks up his mask to put it on, and he just looks at it and just tilts it. Sand just pours.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we should keep going.
Let me get the sand out of my butt cheeks. Oh man.
I can help with that.
Ah!
What do you mean?
They don't call me cheeks for nothing.
They don't call me cheeks for nothing. Okay, we'll begin travel. Once again, I'm gonna turn this light on real quick because it's dark and hot in here, and somehow it being
Rolling,
dark makes it-
rolling. Rango, keep on rolling.
You guys see a chameleon with a cowboy hat on walking through the desert.
Oh no.
Ringo.
Nura's just gonna nod at it.
No. Okay, so you guys continue. You guys continue forward. Now without your Durango.
Why did you get rid of it? Why did you
It's hot, you're sweaty, but you're moving. Eventually you guys come across what seems like along the way towards the city, you find what seems like a camp.
Okay, maybe we should be stealthy for this.
Shaman looks at Tarman.
Nura agrees.
You're our sacrifice. You're gonna talk to them.
No, we're not going to talk to them at all. We're going to keep going.
Can't sacrifice Tarman.
Oh.
Well, you guys can roll stealth if you want.
I'm gonna roll stealth.
Going to roll stealth.
15.
Dale. 24.
And for
Looks funnier than
myself,
24.
21.
Hey, you want to know what's better than 24?
So are you guys going, like...
What?
Okay, good. Are you guys going near it, or are you guys, like, going really long ways away? Because if you go around, it's going to take more time, obviously. If you want
Near it.
kind of go past it.
We're gonna be near it, but we're trying to mainly pass it.
Right, so you guys traveling by, as you are, you all smell the unfortunately familiar smell of blood.
Oh.
And if you...
Can we look to see the camp and what's going on?
Yeah, if you want to look in the camp, Shaman,
Yes.
you look in, and you see corpses strewn about this camp. You see all sorts, orcs, lizard folk, gnolls, arms torn, skulls crushed, ripped in half, not just soldiers, civilians, women, some smaller corpses as well.
Shaman is going to almost puke.
It doesn't smell great because it's hot. And Tarman,
We should keep moving.
Tarman, as you're looking in at this horrible sight, you see one of the corpses has a brand on the back of it. The brand,
Butcher pack.
yes. However, the bodies don't seem fresh. This seems like this might have happened a day or two ago.
Yeah, she's gonna puke.
You guys said that you came across one of the butcher packs before.
Yeah, when we first came onto the continent.
This is just what they do, huh?
Yep.
Makes sense that Kabal would be their leader. Only someone as heartless as him could lead people like this.
Yeah.
So you guys continue, kind of getting into the later afternoon, and you finally arrive in... The best way to describe it would be like, at some point, some kingdom tried to settle in these lands. You could see homes were built, but you also see skeletons just strewn throughout. Seems like that was an unsuccessful venture. However, people did stay here for some amount of time. Hopefully, there is something here for you, Nura. Somewhere in this city. It's not big. It's like it's about the same size as Crystal Elm, so there's not too much left.
Era is going to begin walking around.
You walk through the town. Roll perception, Nura.
Alrighty.
Alrighty then.
16.
Okay, 16. As you're looking around, like I said, there's skeletons. The clothes date back to probably about 1,000 ABI, about 1,000 years ago.
Are these like Goliath skeletons or?
Oh, no, there's no Goliath skeletons here that you can tell. These seem to be more common races, humans, dwarves, elves. Like I said, it seems like someone tried to settle here at a point, and it did not go well.
Do any of the clothes look cool?
I mean, they're like clothes from 1,000 years ago, which really style and stuff hasn't changed drastically, but it was a bit more flamboyant. But none of it looks ugly, I guess. It's old as fuck.
I grab some of it.
Sure, yeah, you can remove some clothes from some skeletons.
Cool, I do that. They're gonna be gifts for Sally. She'll never know about the skeletons.
She'll never know. She literally looks at the outfit. That's an 1,000-year-old dress. Where did you get that?
This is
I
literally,
found a bunch of them.
This is
The
literally a
1,000-year-old tailor shop.
What'd you say, Kavan?
This is literally a quest in oblivion.
But from the streets, you don't see any signs that would suggest Goliath specifically, and not just kind of out in the open. You know that based on what was said by Bavaros in the vision, he told you that some storm heralds took refuge here. So that may have been after whatever happened here happened. Which means maybe you could look for something more recent, but you don't know how recent to look. And even so, if it was like 500 years ago, it's not going to look that different.
True. I'll start walking into. I'll just poke my head into some of the houses and other buildings and try to see if I can't find anything. I am gonna roll perception again, if that's all right.
Okay. Do you want to say anything to your party?
We should start looking around. Let's see.
What are we looking for exactly?
What I know, Storm Heralds took refuge here for a time. Let's see. We're looking for any signs of Goliath culture, specifically Storm Herald culture.
I would like to roll perception.
You guys can roll perception or investigation, either or.
Let's see, which is hired?
23.
Okay, the two of you said it.
I'm
so-
gonna roll in investigation.
Okay, the two of you guys said it, so I'll let you guys roll.
Fuck.
Oh, well, I guess we're all rolling, because Shaman decided to roll, so I'll have John roll too. So, you guys look around. You find a lot of things. It's kind of sad. Seems like people actually thought that maybe there was going to be some sort of life out here. You find a few notes regarding people talking about how they're looking forward to things kind of becoming more normalized out here once the soldiers and stuff clear the area. Whatever the exact goal of this was, it doesn't seem it was too kind to the people who, were here first. But it also seems...
I keep these notes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it also seems that the people who were here first weren't too kind to the people who showed up, so... bit of a mixed bag. Carmen,
Yes.
you find a vest, kind of a coat. A coat that looks oh so familiar. It looks very similar. It's not the exact same one. It looks very similar to the coat that Nura had.
Tarman will grab it.
It's this heavy leather. Very thick. It would be very comfortable on a Goliath body, but for you, you're like, how would you wear this? It's almost like a weighted blanket, in a way.
Oh yeah. As Tarman will bring it out and call out for Nura.
Nura, are you here? Carmen calling for you.
Armin, what did you find as I walk over?
You see it. Nura.
Huh. This kind of looks like wine. Where'd you find this?
As Tarman points where?
Nura gonna go inside of that building.
Okay. Nura, you see paintings on the walls. Typically depicting like open fields with storms overhead. You see portraits of these Goliaths with red markings and red hair.
So this is it. This was one of the buildings.
John kind of approaching inside, along with Shaman. Bring Shaman along. Okay, looks like you found something. Should we, check the drawers? Walls?
Yes, check everything.
Okay, you
Armin,
guys...
I will help.
Start looking for hollow spaces.
Alright. Tarman will look for any secret thing.
24 for
24 for Shamans.
That painting
13.
though of the Goliaths though, Joseph, I'd very much like to take that.
You can. You can take it out of the frame and roll it up and...
Cool. I'm gonna do that. I also checked the back for secret treasure maps.
There is no secret treasure maps, I am sorry. But...
Oh, very sad. But I collect the painting anyways.
Okay, do you want to roll investigation, Nora?
Yes, I will. 26! Oh!
Okay. So, Shaman, as you're going through, you find this little, smaller room, smaller bed, and you, find a bunch of papers on kind of a desk, and you just read through them, and they seem to be of a young Goliath boy, saying his family, his tribe kind of brought him here. This is where they're going to stay safe from the orcs. you see a note that's like, a friend of mine gave me these really cool shoes that'll help me when the orcs show up. And it says, I keep them in the little red box beneath my bed.
She's gonna look in that box.
You open the box, Shaman, and what you find... now these were made for a young Goliath boy, but you see that they're fairly similar to your size of shoe, because this was a young Goliath. You see these...
Okay.
You see these shoes, dark leather, with wings on the side of them.
Whoa. What the heck? And she's gonna put them on.
You put them on and the wings kind of open, and they like flap just a bit.
Oh no, you've given Shaman the zoomies.
And as you stand up, Shaman, they kind of... the wings flutter, and you kind of find yourself hovering just off of the ground. It takes you a second, but thanks to your monk training, you're actually able to get a hold of it, and you kind of feel that these wings are responding to life energy, so you put them on your shoe and they're reacting, but because of your control of ki, that you can get them to stop fairly easily. What these are, Shaman, are flying shoes, or flying boots, whatever you want to call them. They, if you are using the ability to hover in the air for 1 minute, it has a single charge per day. You can hover in the air for up to 1 minute, which will ignore difficult terrain and will give you advantage on any attacks that are kind of, any area of effect attacks that are happening mainly on the ground. They won't completely negate those, but you will have advantage. And
The advantage on what kind of attacks?
no, saves against like area of effects that mainly pertain to the ground. So if like there's a blast that causes all the ground to burst up, you will have advantage to avoid that.
Okay.
And while the while the wings are active, you have an extra 10 feet of movement.
Damn.
Again, all it costs to activate these is a single charge, and they last for a minute, which is 4 rounds. But they can only do that once a day.
Okay.
Nura, as
Yes.
you take that painting down and roll it up, you see a very small opening in the wall, like just about the size of your finger.
I am going to try and open it.
Well, you kind of reach into the hole, and you can feel what feels like a scroll.
Nura is going to grab the scroll and take it out.
You see, Nura, that this letter is written. It says, to our Dawn King, D-A-W-N King, to our Dawn King. If you find this, we hope that your plan will restore what once was. I am taking the Storm Mother to the cavern that we found within the plateaus. She will await their arrival, and I will guard her eternally to ensure that whoever may step in that chamber is worthy. Thank you for all you have done against them. I will be sorry not to see you for some time, for I cannot pass on into the afterlife with you until our new Dawn King has arrived.
Nura just kind of stares at it for a second. My people. They saw this. They saw this coming. We predicted our destruction. Know where we're going.
Okay,
Where?
Where to? As Shaman comes out of that room with little fucking wings on her feet.
She's still flying and she just zooms past them. Whee! Whee!
I'm sorry. Shaman, what the fuck?
I found shoes.
Shaman, what the fuck?
She hangs
How
upside
did
down.
you get up there?
I have shoes.
Shaman,
Just a second.
dear, could you Wait just a sec.
What?
What time of day is it?
Late afternoon.
Alright, listen. We should stay in the city for the night. At the very least, we have shelter. And we can make a game plan if something comes here.
Okay.
Not a terrible idea. Maybe we should scout the city, just to be safe.
We will be cutting it close, but I know this is important to you.
It is. Alright. Let's go check the other buildings. And then we'll make camp here.
Good idea.
All right. Tarman will go look around.
I roll investigation again, see if there's anything of value in the houses as we check them, potions maybe, no matter how old they are, or healing herbs or things like that.
Roll perception first.
Alright.
21 for my perception.
15!
Okay. Nura, you're traveling. Let's see. Shaman, you could roll perception as well.
Yes, please. I'm shit at it.
So, everyone except for Nura sees, as Nura is walking, a crossbow bolt land right in front of his feet. John is gonna kind of run forward. No! And the crossbow bolt explodes.
Oh.
And Tarman's gonna go ahead and bring out his gun.
John just hits one of the walls of one of these stone houses and hits the ground, and you just see him laying there.
Shaman rushes over.
As all of you look up where that crossbow bolt came from, you see this figure put the crossbow bolt away and pull out 2 blades. You see this woman.
Oh!
This kind of blue steel armor, this kind of reddish leather, and this completely covering either helmet or mask. You can't really see any eye holes, you just see a bit of design on the mask. A long sword in one hand, sort of like a scimitar, maybe rapier type, and then a dagger in the other. Harmon, you recognize who this is. And you know what she's famous for. Specifically what she's famous for on this continent. The death of Allison Blackheart. The queen of the Blackheart Kingdom, now the Viper Kingdom.
As Tarman sees her... Oh no.
You bitch!
Shaman, now is not a good time. What the fuck? As Tarman sees her... Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
No.
As
Nura,
Tarman basically looks at all of you. We need to go now.
Nura, because you recognize her. You recognize that mask. You don't know who she is. Be
Wait a
quiet.
second. You're the one that ambushed me in the woods.
She points her sword at you. And she slowly steps into one of the buildings.
Wait a second, why are you after me?
I know why, and I don't have time to explain. We need to go.
As you hear a voice come from this building. I have more answers than just that, Storm Herald.
Why should I trust you? You've tried to kill me. Twice now.
You don't get a response.
Talon?
Nura, now that Tarman says that name, you know who this is. And what she's capable of.
To go in or not to go in? That is the question of whether I will die.
Talon? Can we come to an arrangement?
You have 10 seconds to decide, Nura. What are you doing?
He hurt my boyfriend!
I slowly approach the building.
Don't go near her!
Do you enter the building?
I'm gonna poke my eye into it. Kind of like poke my head through the door frame,
And
but
that
not
eye
by
is
a lot.
gone.
I'm literally just trying to look around.
Nora, what is your full health? Because I don't have it at the moment.
My full health at the moment is, like when I'm at full health or my current health?
You should be at full health.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot about that. I forgot to heal myself up. 109 hit points.
Okay. Well, Nora, you take 69 damage.
Nice.
Bad.
As you step in, don't make this too easy. As 2 crossbow bolts go off and collide right in front of you, and this massive explosion happens, blasting you about 15 feet back, Nora. But no, not back, forward, because they actually collide behind you. They push you forward into the building. And like I said, 69 damage.
Yeah, no, I took it.
I took that damage.
Now, why specifically 69, huh?
Because that was how much damage they rolled. But you guys see these bolts go off and Nura be blasted into this building. John is currently unconscious, and what are you, Shaman, what are you and Tarman doing?
Tarman, knowing who this is, Talon, can we come to an arrangement?
As Nura, as you're just kind of coughing and getting up from that blast, and you hear calling outside, Talon, can we reach an arrangement? Nura, make a perception check.
Okay. 13.
13. Oh, okay. It's fine.
Feel like bullshit is about to happen again.
Hey, Nura, that's gonna be 49 damage.
Why?
As, with a natural 20, you just hear a couple quick steps, and you don't have time to react as a blade just pierces through your back.
Well, I'm down, and on death saves.
It's nothing personal, only business. As, Tarman, you don't hear a response, and you don't hear anything coming from that building.
Talon, I'll give you 1 platinum piece to leave us alone for 24 hours.
Shaman, what about you? What are you doing?
After John is, up, she's going to run into that house.
No!
No.
So you run in, Shaman.
Oh!
Yes.
You're gonna get Kevin McAllister.
You see Nura on the ground, this woman with a blade in her hand, and she looks over at you. She taps her face where the goggles are on yours, and she is gonna go into stealth.
No, you're not, because I'm going to fucking burn you.
Well, she's gonna go into stealth before you do anything.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perception then.
Okay? You don't have dark vision.
17.
With those goggles on, you don't have dark vision, so as you're looking into the darkness as she slinks back into it, you don't see her anywhere.
So, should I pull the goggles up?
I'm saying you could see her better if you did.
She pulls the goggles up.
Okay, make a con save.
Oh god. Okay. 16.
Nope. So, as you pull up your goggles, a flash, these small pellets come into your face and bright flashing light. As soon as you take those goggles off, you are blinded at the moment.
Shaman yelps and backs up.
You hear this, Tarman. You also see a flash of light come from inside of this building.
As in this moment, Tarman's gonna throw a smoke bomb at her general area and just use his ace jacket and just grabs her.
Grabs Shaman.
Grabs Shaman and just pulling her out of there.
You do see that Nura is on the ground, looking in bad shape. Speaking of which, I actually gotta roll this. Hang on.
I'm going to get him next, but I know that Shaman has what I need to get him up.
So, Shaman, you are pulled out of there.
As
Make a perception check, Tarman.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Damn.
Tarman, you don't see it happen. But as you're pulling out, you kind of get ready to like reload one of those smoke bombs, and you reach for your gun, and it's not there.
Shit. Okay, that's fine. I can always take another one.
I can always find another gun.
As Tarman grabs a potion out of Shaman's bag, forcing it down Nura's throat.
Okay, so you're running back in. What does your wet gun do exactly? Damage-wise?
Wait, what do you mean running back in?
It shoots.
He's outside, dude. He's inside the building.
That's why you activated the haste jacket.
So you're going back in, because you said you pulled her out.
It does 1d10 plus 7.
Okay. That said, Tarman, 24 damage. As you run back in, a bullet flies, hitting you in the shoulder from the darkness. However, with the way that these weapons work, you do see a flash of her for a moment.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and make that half, so reducing the damage.
Okay.
Tarman will quickly throw a dagger and then drag Nura out. 17.
You actually hit. So roll that dagger damage.
9. As Tarman drags Nura out.
You hear just the sound of the blade hitting flesh, and you hear just a small grunch. As you drag him out, you hear calling from inside. It would have been easier if that Genasi hadn't been in the way the first time. That's okay. I can kill all of you.
And who the fuck hired you?
No response. Okay, so in this moment, Shaman is probably blind for like another 10 seconds. But by the time she's not blind, you'll be... Okay, Nura is... You gonna use that potion on him now?
Yes.
Okay, roll...
The only one Shaman's to,
Yeah. So Shaman, you have one less potion.
So what potion did you have on you, Shaman?
They were mid tiers.
They're mid-tiers, so...
So take one of those away.
4 plus 4.
So take one of those away, Shaman, and Tarman.
10 health back to you, Nura.
So Nura, you are now at 10 health as you gasp awake, blood kind of pouring from that injury.
As in this moment, Tarman's also going to hand Nura something and say, we need to go now. As he hands them the potion of haste.
Oh!
I'm gonna drink Red Bull and NyQuil. As not only do I do the potion of pace, the potion of haste.
Yeah.
I also pop out my potion of extra strength, and I down them both.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so guess what?
What?
Basically, it's a potion that... You know how Goliaths can generally lift one thing, above its size?
Yeah, no, it makes you be able to lift as if you were the size large, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So now I can lift 2 levels above my own.
Yes.
As I pick everyone up and I do the zoomies.
You pick Shaman, your vision starts coming back too, as Nura has lifted you, and Tarman, and John as well. Are you picking up John too?
Yep, picking up them all.
Okay,
we zooming.
Shaman, as he's running with fucking 80 feet of movement, you see kind of now on the top part of that building, you see Talon looking at the gun that she just stole from Tarman.
A fucking bitch.
And she just places it, like kind of on her side, and she pulls out this crossbow and just starts pulling it back, putting a bolt in. I'm gonna give... do you want to call out, Shaman? Let Nura know?
Nura!
What?
Watch out!
Okay, make a dex save, Nura.
Nura, evasive maneuvers.
Nura, evasive maneuvers!
Well, I'm making a what save?
Dex save.
Not like
You have advantage.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's new. That's pretty good, actually. 22!
22, okay. For the sake of how fast you're moving, so crossbow bolt kind of goes whizzing by you and it hits the ground. You just gotta get away from it quickly as it explodes. After that, after missing that shot, and at this point, Nura, you're booking it basically out of this town. Shaman, you just kind of still looking back. You see her watching from that building, able to tell that she's not going to be able to, get you this time. She just places it down, but she also you can tell that she sees that you see her. And she just points her dagger and then slips back into the darkness of that building. Okay, so you're gonna run, Nura, for a minute straight.
Yep.
And then collapse.
Yep.
So you just run out of this city as fast as you fucking can, and then just bam, all of your strength, all of your fucking speed gone. Bam, you drop everyone onto the clay and the sand and the rock. Just
Yep.
and you're exhausted. That wound is still... That really fucking hurt.
As Tarman just sitting on the ground, punching the ground out of frustration. Damn it! Now, not only do I not have a sleeping roll, I don't have a gun!
Or you can take my sleeping roll. The cold doesn't actually bother me.
John is starting to come to. What happened?
Talon! What happened?
I'm dying!
As you say Talon, John's eyes just widen. Wait, she's here? Where is she?
She was.
Wait,
We outran her.
Listen, I did like so many freaking feet in under a minute. Like, I was Zoom.
No, I need to talk to her.
No.
What do you mean, talk to her?
He just stops. He lets out a sigh.
That bitch killed you.
Okay, so I have kind of been keeping a small secret.
What is it?
I didn't come to this continent just to visit family, and I definitely didn't come to this continent for the event. I was tracking her.
You were tracking Talon.
Yeah.
She's currently tracking me to kill me.
Oh, why were you tracking her exactly? You have the hots for her or something?
No, it's nothing like that. I heard rumor she was coming to this continent. This is the continent I met her. And, well, okay, this is gonna sound really crazy. But I was there the day that Queen Alison Blackheart was killed.
Oh, of course you were. I mean, you're alive now, right? I mean,
Wait.
you weren't born, like...
Hold on.
No, Shaman, I was there.
I'm sorry, what?
Why were you there?
Because I was there to kill her too.
I'm sorry.
Why the fuck
What?
are you trying to kill a queen?
Because the laws that she was passing, she was signing people into... Okay, so, how do I explain this? So the Nido Kingdom, the capital city seems to have fallen. No one was able to get in contact with it. People were starving. The Blackheart Kingdom took an opportunity, signed a bunch of agreements that they would help guard these cities so long as they could take resources. But they took resources that were necessary for these people to survive. They were starving to death. They were freezing to death. They basically were killing what was left of that kingdom on purpose. So
you decide to try and decapitate a queen.
I showed up to maybe, I don't know, I was gonna try to stop her. I don't know if with words or with my blade, but Talon was there too. And Talon saved my life.
Who actually killed her?
Talon saved my life, and she was there to kill the queen.
John.
John,
Simple
who
words.
killed her?
Who landed the last blow on the queen?
Neither of us.
Then who was it?
Okay, first of all, we cannot tell anyone that Talon didn't do that. I get the feeling that if she's already got a target on our backs, it's not going to help if we basically tell everyone that her biggest accomplishment was a lie. She did way more than I did, but she wasn't the one who landed the final blow.
Then who was? Just answer.
I don't know who he was.
What did he look like?
It was this... He had these axes covered in frost, these blue flames coming off of him. The room became ice cold the moment he showed up. It was some sort of skeleton. There's been rumor of someone on the continent matching that description. Killing criminals regardless of their crime. They call him the Ghost of Iora. I failed desperately to accomplish anything fighting Alison Blackheart, and Talon saved my life. She took a hit for me that she didn't have to take. If she hadn't done that, she would have been able to finish her off while her back was turned. She saved my life. And then he showed up and he finished it. I don't know. Everyone says that Talon is evil, a heartless monster who will do anything for money. But that day, she had the opportunity, and she decided to save my life instead. That's why I'm here.
Why is she after me?
I don't know. Of course, if any of us get in the way, we're just collateral.
Wait, Nura,
What?
do you know that guy that worked for Amy Metzger that attacked the town that we killed? Didn't you do the final blow?
Who is this again?
I don't remember his name, but he worked for her, I think.
When the city got attacked by the Viper Kingdom, the captain, or whatever. Nora, you're the one that killed him, right?
Yeah.
That definitely could have to do with it.
Well, that's possible, but Amy Metzger wouldn't hire her, considering that Talon has a bounty up, wanted dead specifically in the Viper Kingdom. Though I wouldn't put it past Amy Metzger to hire somebody else. To hire her for her. I think I know a way to stop her, though.
What do you mean?
I know this is stupid. If you can help it, please. I don't want to fight her.
Fight her. She wiped the floor with our faces, John.
Okay, that's fair. What I mean is I don't want to try to stop her the manual way. However,
You have an idea.
I don't think
no.
Oh, hang on. I have good ones. No. I don't think Amy Metzger hired her. Like I said, Amy Metzger wouldn't hire somebody directly that she's had a bounty on for a year now. Which means Amy Metzger probably has someone else who made the contract. If an assassin's contractor is killed, then the contract is over because there's no one to pay them. If we can figure out who hired her, we kill them. She stops.
Well,
Oh, that's great.
I can think of two guesses. The fairy fucking godmother or Gerald.
Kill them all.
I meant I always knew Gerald would come to bite us in the ass.
Kill them all and let Rob sort them out.
Those bandits that we spoke to before entering, maybe we could try to find them again. I mean, clearly they have connections to the underworld. If anyone would know, it would be a bunch of criminals.
Yeah, that's very true.
That is not half bad.
Regardless, we should definitely keep moving because if she catches up to us, we're definitely dead.
Oh, most certainly. Let's keep going.
Actually, for the first time, I'm kind of glad we're in the Barbarian Lands. If she's traveling alone, it's going to be really hard for her to keep track of us without putting herself at risk. So she's probably having to move at a snail's pace.
Well, there is some good news.
So you guys continue traveling for a good bit longer. Even a little bit into the night, even though it's risky just because you need to make sure you're as far away from that town as possible. But you figure she probably can't travel during the night either, at least not safely here. So, you guys know it should be safe, relatively, to set up camp. And due to my time constraints, because I have to wake up at 4 in the morning, I'm going to call it here, but I do have one more thing to do. Kavan. Traveling into the abandoned town, you can see the blood on the dirt and on the clay and sand. You heard rumor that they were here, but it looks like, based on the lightning that you heard about the night before, and this blood, and what appears to have been a scuffle here in this town, that they're definitely here. Which means if you can, you might be able to find them. But based on the scuffle, you assume she is here too. And that's where we're gonna end the session.
I want to play again.
Because like I said, I gotta wake up really early, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it just so I can get to bed.
Yeah, Joseph a pussy.
Bro, I gotta wake up at 4 in the fucking morning and then work a 12-hour shift. Eat my ass.
Pussy, 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 pussy.
Numbers.
What'd you say?
Rookie numbers. You gotta pump those up.
Okay, well, let me put this away. Hope you guys all had fun today. And hope anyone out there listening enjoyed. And we'll see you, and hopefully, Kavan's new character.
The next time.
In the next session.
Alright.
Stay adventurous.